What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? Today is my birthday, October 14th. It is currently Misery Monday, and things got just a little bit more miserable for our Washington Commanders. It is now believed, per Tom Pelissero, that defensive tackle, one of our stars of the Alabama Wall, Jonathan Allen, is feared to have torn his pec. Torn titty for Jonathan Allen, out for the season. He will seek a second opinion. Let's talk about it. Appreciate all the birthday wishes from everybody in the community. Let's talk about it. Washington lost the football game yesterday. We were bullied on the defensive side of the ball, but Jaden Daniels kept us in the ball game, but that's not what we're talking about on a Monday afternoon. Washington is going to be without star defensive tackle Jonathan Allen for the remainder of 2024. For some, that's going to be doom and gloom, end of the season. For some, they're going to be disappointed because we couldn't trade him first. And then there's some out there, like myself, that's going to say, thank God, Adam Peters, for having foresight, having vision, and drafting a defensive tackle in the second round. Speaking of second rounders, Phidarian Mathis is actually playing like one of the best interior guys we have right now. As they ramp up Johnny Newton's snap counts over these next few weeks, we're going to see everything we have from a former second-round pick and our current second-round pick, Johnny Newton. But obviously, losing Jonathan Allen is a big loss for this team. We were finally starting to see an uptick in Jonathan Allen's production in 2024 after a slow start to the season, had a couple clean sheets to start the year. He had a sack 2 weeks in a row. Then we played the Ravens. He had his highest tackle output of the season. Torn pectoral, the old Brian Arakpo special, and Washington is down one member of the Alabama Wall for the remainder of the 2024 season. That hurts an already depleted and underachieving defense, and it hurts if you were ever going to consider shopping Jonathan Allen via trade. Not sure that was going to happen, but you have to put everything on the table when you're in a startup program like Washington is right now. Get better soon. I hope the second opinion Jonathan Allen finds out that maybe it's not as bad as people think. But for Tom Pelissero, Tom Pelissero, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, they're like the four horsemen of guaranteed news. When they post something, it is as good as gospel. And there are no leaks in the building currently in DC. No news is broken by the local media. You're not seeing any of those guys break any news anymore. You're going to hear it from a national guy, or you're not going to hear it at all. So it is as good as gospel that Jonathan Allen is probably going to be out for the remainder of the year with a contract that is not necessarily guaranteed in 2025. The question goes now, is Jonathan Allen's career in DC cooked? Has Jonathan Allen played his last snap as a Washington Commander? I always hope it's not the case, but if so, I'm glad we got some younger bodies on this roster. I know what the common retort in the comments is going to be. Should have kept John Ridgeway. Well, guess what? We did not. We moved on from John Ridgeway, and we are actually getting some good ball from Phidarian Mathis. Johnny Newton is flashing in spots, but he's not out there consistent enough to build himself up into a rhythm. So it's not exactly the Alabama Wall. We're going to get the Alabama Wall remix. It's now Fat Phil. It's now Phidarian Mathis and Deron Payne with Johnny Newton sprinkled in there as well. And we're probably going to be elevating a guy up from the practice squad to the active roster on a consistent basis now. But yes, whether you love, like, or hate Jonathan Allen, you cannot sit here and act as if he is not a relevant player on this roster. Even on some Sundays, you don't hear Deron Payne and Allen's name get called. He is definitely a commander through and through. I know he's sick and tired of the losing, so I know he said some things, and he's had some demeanor, body language, and incidents that make fans say, you know what, fuck it, let's trade Jonathan Allen. But he is definitely an integral part of this franchise. We will miss him, but you draft the guy in the second round for a reason. We're going to find out exactly what the fuck Johnny Newton is capable of at this point. We're going to find out exactly what Phidarian Mathis is, and he's looked good. I dare to say Phidarian Mathis looks like the most consistent defensive tackle on the roster through the first 6 weeks of the season, where Washington is sitting at 4-2 and in top of the division, on top of the NFC East right now. We're still in first place. We got Carolina coming up, Chicago, New York Giants, 3 winnable football games, but nothing will be easy. And we are not good enough yet to check off wins and count wins before we get there. But we need to see what we can get out of this defense. And already a struggling ass unit. We just lost one of our best players on the unit. Some are going to say, it don't even matter. He wasn't doing shit. His production was up over the last couple of weeks. He had 4 tackles yesterday, even though our D-line got their ass whooped. Derrick Henry was out here punking dudes left and right on this defense. Defense didn't do much things that you can point to and say, you know what, we did that well yesterday. But Jonathan Allen, over the last 3 weeks, he's had a sack 2 weeks in a row coming into Sunday. Didn't have a sack yesterday. Dante Fowler was the only one that got any type of pressure on Lamar Jackson. He was able to fix himself a ham sandwich, grab a beverage, check the news, check his watch, sit back, and then deliver the football to Zay Flowers, to Nelson Aguilar, to Mark Andrews, to Isaiah Likely, to Rashad Bateman, to whoever the fuck he wanted to. He could have threw the ball to a fan, and they would have scored on our defense yesterday. But big loss for the Washington Commanders. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point today. I told you I wasn't doing any content today, but I'd be remiss, and it would be a little bit irresponsible of my platform to not immediately chime in on one of our better players, more notable and name recognizable players being out for the duration of the 2024 season. Jerzon Johnny Newton, Fadarian Mathis, Daron Payne. It is your world. Hey, Daron Payne, you got more money than Jonathan Allen. Lead the unit. Lead. Show them mentorship. Get Fat Phil and Jerzon Newton balling. Jerzon has a long way to go as a run stopper, but his hustle is crazy. He's hustling 20, 30 yards down the field to tackle guys, and he has a relentless motor when it comes to trying to rush the passer. But shake back, Jonathan Allen. Rest up. Get better soon, and I hope we get at least some better news than out for the season. But I really think we're done with I really think Jonathan Allen's season is done. So my question is for y'all in the comments. Let me know. Was yesterday Jonathan Allen's final game in DC? Was the Ravens game on October 13th, 2024, the final time we're going to see Jonathan Allen in a Washington Commanders uniform? Let me know yay or nay and what your opinion of the matter is. You can't trade him now. So that conversation is officially dead and stinking. What are we going to do in 2025 when we get there? Long way to go to tell, but he's cooked for the 2024 season, and it's time for other guys to step up. You get a get-right game coming up. If you can't dominate versus the Carolina Panthers offense, I don't know what you're capable of. Caleb Williams coming in here and spanking that ass on the defensive side of the ball. If you can't stop the Carolina defense that's giving up 35-plus to everybody. They are the ultimate elixir fixer-upper program for any struggling units. It is the Carolina Panthers offense. Bryce Young sucked. Now Andy Dalton sucked. They might as well put Bryce Young back in, because what type of mentorship is a veteran doing if he's stinking the joint up on Sundays and throwing pick sixes and picks left and right? What is Bryce Young learning from that? They might as well put his young ass back on the field. What better week to do so than against the 32nd ranked pass defense known as the Washington Commander? We got to get some pressure because our corners can't corner. The math do not math when it comes to our secondary. But we need our defensive tackles. We need our defensive end. I hope Dorrance Armstrong is good. As of now, I have no idea whether Dorrance Armstrong is going to be out for an extended period of time, day to day or week to week. So I'm just speaking on the Jonathan Allen matter. I'm dropping this video, then I'm out of here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday, and then we're back at it with the content tomorrow. I'm going to have Lake Lewis on the channel to recap the Ravens game and slowly preview the Carolina game Wednesday night. Carolina C3 Panthers podcast game preview for week 7. And we're going to do a Misery Tuesday stream tomorrow around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, thank you for all the love in the comments and in the community about my birthday, 33 years young, and we still going. Washington didn't get it done yesterday, but the way that the division looks, it did not matter. We went toe-to-toe with a motherfucking Super Bowl contending, reigning MVP football team. Our guy, number 5, is the one. He's the best quarterback in the division. And the Eagles struggled to be a team we beat by 21 points in our not best showing. So Washington's still good to go. Keep your heads up high on this misery Monday. I will see y'all tomorrow with some more content. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Until next time, Commander Rio out.